This future is uncertain. Can we survive it? It's another campaign idea. The gist of it shall be interesting, no doubt. Let us look at it further. It entails 4 campaign ideas that are somewhat connected and somewhat not. It's just easier to flow through the 4 of them as there's an ideas for them. So, without further ado, let us look at what we have on offer. The first of the 4 campaigns would be a sci-fi campaign, more generic sci-fi. Not in a particular universe, could pull from multiple universes. So you could have, say, a StarCraft Dark Templar next to a Jedi, next to a psionic individual of another sort, or a Mass Effect warrior. So that campaign would take place in space, and we would use 5e kind of as a base, but there's a number of resources we would use. There is a Ultimate User's Guide to Sci-Fi, which I considered using some elements from, which we may do. They have different races for mechanicals. The other system that I know I would most likely use in a sci-fi setting would be Hyperlanes. It is a standard 5e kind of structure and would allow us to have what we need to have the spaceship battles as well as everything else. That being said, it has the ability to make new classes, or new races, to fit what people need, as well as fitting the 20th levels of 5e standard to be able to mix and match the 2 very well. So that would be kind of a generic sci-fi flavored game. The next aspect to it would be more specific sci-fi setting. And this aspect, it would be Star Wars, was one I was considering. In that setting, you would have the ability to use the Star Wars 5e handbook and its components to build that world. If that would be one that you're more interested in, that would be great to know, as these are, like I said, all campaigns we're trying to evaluate starting. If we want to go a little bit darker on the future, what I would go with is post-apocalyptic. Now, that being said, there is, the sci-fi stuff we've already looked at in conjunction with some aspects from Descent into Avernus for vehicles that we would use. Descent into Avernus has the Soul Coin, which you could easily make be a power pack, as it were, or fusion cell, as it were, a certain game theme, and power different vehicles. If we wanted to go a little bit lower tech, or a little bit different flavor, there's always the, New Vegas style of play. Now, that would also allow us to then, use some other aspects that could be interesting. So basically kind of a Western post-apocalyptic theme, a more civilized post-apocalyptic theme, a Star Wars theme, and more generic sci-fi theme. Those are 4 different ones that I have considered running and would be curious to know which, if any, you're interested in, so I can add, like I said, add people to roles and be able to notify them if we start one, when we start one, and get some more games running on the channel for a lot of fun and getting you all involved.